Okay. See, at the moment, Ember, not the greatest way to address him. Spike Carapace is, of course, a big issue at the moment. Maybe that can be enough to be able to set up for the Static Storm, but of course, he can always itemize for the BKB. So, pretty good Ember game so far. Only really one concern with the Nyx.
He definitely kills their supports with BKB or just global, I would say. Spawn don't really have a way to like protect themselves right now.
Dire team pick. Mirana.
Mirana, so it's a post 3 Tuskar. Post 4 Mirana, I guess.
Do you have some nice, at least, ways to set up? Mainly just the chains at the moment. You know, Tusk, if it is played as a core, like you're mentioning, for the position 3, then that blink in snowball along with the punch can be just long enough for the arrow.
Radiant team ban.
Morpheus ban. Bat Rider. I guess they picked it. It's an offlane bat though, I think. Wait. No, Potato plays the bat, so it's a Lashnik's offlane, I assume. Bat mid, and you're missing a carry.
10 seconds remaining.
I believe he played this bat against Ember matchup yesterday and he
5
dumpstered.
seconds remaining.
I'm not sure what the mid player's name is.
For who?
I need to check this.
For
It
Neon?
For Spawn.
Oh, for Spawn, it's... Oh.
They played against the Xiaoyi team. Unity Gaming, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bat versus Ember matchup too. They did super well, so he's probably confident. But I know like some Ember players, they don't care about the bat matchup at all. I've definitely seen Ember like beat Bat Rider.
I've heard that's kind of the case as well, where Ember just has a bunch of stick charges and you just spam slide.
Yeah, you spam slide. Yeah. Bat feels bad. Yeah, I think so too.
So we'll see how it's able to show. But like you said, though, it's important that he's previously, well, really recently had a very good matchup with the Bat Rider into the Ember. It's going to be a little bit different. JG has got a very, very good Ember Spirit as well. So we'll see how that lane's going to be able to shape up. But we are looking for our carries in regards to the last overall. Neon... What are they actually banned out of Night Stalker? So they feel like this is a potential for the Leshrac to be pushed over to a position 1. But for Neon.Atomic, what do we feel like they're lacking in regards to their lineup and what kind of the carry help out with here?
I feel I need something to bring things together. They don't really have like an objective taker or hero, like just kind of bodies for your team. What kind of heroes do they play? I think Naga's pretty good against the next bat. You don't really care about the Lash too much because you have heroes that deal with it. What else is there? Faceless Void looks pretty good. Heroes they've played recently.
Dire team ban.
Trying to see if they're
banned. Ban. That's interesting. I guess it's just they're just banning like Omi's heroes, Night Stalker, Timber.
Yeah.
Just think the Lash is a carry because Jigroy is a very, very known Lash spammer.
10 seconds remaining.
So that's probably their angle they are going at right now. Where this Lash, they assume the Lash is the carry.
See what the last ban's going to be here for Spawn team. Once again, trying to target down Scardy's heroes, and it's going to be the Sniper and the Pudge banned out. Let's see if there's some heroes that, I mean, you mentioned the objective taking, that's going to be required out of them. I'm trying to think of some other heroes that have a Dispel as well, which is going to be nice versus the Bat Rider, but can't really think of too many at the moment. Doesn't look like a good start game. Don't want to pick a PL.
I think based on comfort, I'll probably just go for a Void or Naga. I don't really see what they pick. Life stealers banned, Drows banned, Morse banned. Not too much left in the pool. You don't have like an ideal carry. It's just there are some good heroes that you can play around.
Yeah. See what the call is going to be for Neon.Atomic. I guess if you do go down that Naga route, then the Timber ban definitely is protecting the pick. Yeah. So see what the call is going to be, and it will be the Faceless Void. Okay, so What do we got left of a route here for Spawn Team? Going to look for push to try to address the Faceless Void.
I like Beastmaster here. I don't know how I feel about Venom. I like Beast
10
a lot. I
seconds
think it suits their
remaining.
pace and they have like a lot of vision.
Remaining.
There you
Select
go.
your heroes.
Call me Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. We'll see how it's able to shape up here. Of course, it's a very, very good matchup with the Beastmaster into the Faceless Void. Can they look to... can you consider about putting the Mirana with the Faceless Void to maybe help address some of the issues? And then if you go Axes for the Beastmaster, then Scotty can have a little bit better of a time in the lane.
I think the silencer's much stronger.
Okay, sure. Is it...
Silencer's a pretty strong winner.
What do you... Is it just the Arcane Curse, or do you consider
Yeah.
points in Glaives to try and deal with the ball?
The curse is really strong.
Okay.
And Void's a pretty strong winner in itself too.
Okay.
If he ever gets time dilate on Beastmaster, he might just die.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be the case. Of course, like you said as well, Neon.Atomic playing the position 3 task here for Seri, so that's going to be really nice for them. You get the Tusk Mirana lane, then the Silencer Faceless Void, so we'll see if they are able to address the Beastmaster or not. Before, in a couple of the previous games, you were mentioning a lot of it was coming down to kind of the position 2s in those games in particular, but do we feel like this is kind of similar here with JG on the Ember and Jikori, with Patatu on the Batrider?
I feel it matters a lot just because they picked the bet into Ember. So like my understanding of like they picked a matchup where they think they're gonna win, but I think Ember is favored in this matchup, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go.
Well, we'll see. Like you said, he's had some success with matchup recently, but can he be able to continue that into a different game? But we'll soon find out. They have played a couple of series so far, Spawn Team. They are flawless. 4-0 in regards to the map count. They 2-0'd Lil Gun and they 2-0'd Unity Gaming. And for the boys on Neon.Atomic, they've got they've got 2 ties against Army Geniuses and Lil Gun as well.
Looking good. I think they have a really good draft. They have a lot of pace, ability to like take objectives and end their game.
Who needs to have a really good game here for Atomic to be able to address the pace on Spawn Team?
Definitely the Ember. Definitely the Ember. He can stop a lot of the tempo. Early on at least.
We'll see again how his lane's going to be able to shape up and how the rotation's going to look as well to be able to play with the Ember. It's a potential for the early point in the chains, and we could see a loser fight. Consider about rotating and maybe setting up for some kills, but we'll probably see that regardless with how important it's going to be for the Water Rune and the Power Runes.
Looks like we're gonna have a fight at the top rune.
See who's able to come. It's actually going to be Seri that levels up the shards early on. Just a poke back Spawn Team, but be able to secure the bounty rune, and it will be a 2 for 2 it looks like. Delul unfortunately not able to find the stun onto both.
Too bad, some damage done to the disruptor.
I think another thing to mention really quickly as well is that when I'm 95% certain when Delul and Jikroy were playing together on this Apes team with Mamangdar as well, Delul was playing the position 3, I believe. I didn't know him beforehand, so I'm not sure if he played support before that team, but just interesting to see him. Kind of my attention's going to be on him on how he's able to transition to the 4.
Yeah, he was definitely a post 3 player, but he does kind of play 4 as well. Definitely not competitively though. So yeah, that is kind of interesting.
It was not meant.
Well, you mentioned that this matchup. Mid lane again, Patatu's had some recent success, and for JG, this is going to be the big hero to keep our eyes out for Neon.Atomic on how they're going to be able to slow down the early game. So, at the moment, pretty good start for the Batrider, but of course, it's early on, and JG's got a lot more creeps to play with. He's gone for the Magic Wand, along with the 3 Iron Branches to start, so a lot of stats here for JG.
Yep, Patatu doing quite well CS wise. I feel like top lane gets really hard for the Lash at some point. So the waves are just gonna like stack on him. Like both their heroes don't really push the wave. And Lash doesn't really want to tank waves. No, Jikroy getting a bit stuck.
Trying to see what they can consider on Jikroy in regards to his early itemization. He's got the boots and the completed one queued up for the moment. They're going to snowball in onto Travens instead. The creep's going to be able to tank up the arrow though, so they will not be able to connect with this first attempt from Atomic. Chilling at the moment, just some spam back and forth, nothing too crazy. Of course, we'll keep eyes out on how this bottom lane's able to shop up for Wami as well onto the Beastmaster. A last pick in a matchup that he should be very comfortable with, and it's going to help out that Delor gets the hard camp pull as well. Although Hated might have something else to say about it. Unfortunately, not going to be able to drag the creeps away.
Kinda close to his house. Scotty's still happy down here though. I see like some of the Eastern European carries, they like start
top
with
lane,
Glove of
Jikroy.
Haste against.
Oh, stick charge is not enough to keep the Leshrac alive. Lucify should end up going down. Lands an arrow. Don't know if he was going for the flag bearer creep or not, but regardless, it will be a 1-for-1. But of course, you're really happy with that with Atomic, with being able to get rid of Jikroy on the Leshrac.
Yeah, you take those. You're always happy trading the Lash. Now Lash has to play kind of scared. No TP for 80 seconds. Saying like a lot of the Eastern European carries, they go Gloves of Haste against Beast, so they rush the Midas to match your helm timing. Which is kind of interesting. I haven't really seen the NC much.
I guess it would be nice as well with kind of dealing with the boars as well. Just a little bit of extra
Yeah.
attack speed when you get on top of it. It's a really interesting read. It's always a big thing. Always been a big fan of that with the inter-region. Just seeing the slight different itemization and, of course, the different heroes that people prioritize.
Dire structures are fortified.
Are you having a good time? Mid lane, Potato is doing really well.
Bottom lane,
GG.
Delor. Everybody got the Arcane Curse out. Beautiful double stun from Delor. And Wami should be able to chase down Hated. Needs one more right click, but it's going to cost him his own life for it. As Wami enters under the tower range and Scotty gets a double kill.
That's so worth. Scotty's super happy as Power Treads now level 4.
Full top as well, Seri. Shards is enough damage with the help of the right clicks from Lucify, so the lane's starting off really nicely here for Atomic. Potato is bodying this mid lane though, 23-8 compared to the 14-4. JG really having a difficult time early on. It's not going to get easier as well, as Travin's even going to try and teep in, refill the bottle here for the Batrider.
And on one side. Oh, he's going on JG.
Uh-oh, JG. Chains has
You're
that
gonna get
second
chased.
level. Should
TP
be
from
enough to hold
Lucify,
him
arrow?
back. Arrow just
no.
off the mark, and that should enable Potato to find his first kill of the game.
Solo kill and a Mirana TP. Salvaging his top lane a bit more. Jikroy gets to farm. Bot lane.
Scotty has the treads already completed. Is doing a lot of damage into Wami. I'll try and turn to deal with the ballers instead. If he can get lucky with the bashes, able to find some kills, but not the case. Level 5 here for Scotty.
Battle. Oh, going middle.
Again, potential another attempt. Has the
Yes,
lasso to
lasso.
work with this time. They're going to try and TP in Seri as well, and the tusk will be enough of a deterrent to send Potato packing, but they're going to look to chase him down though. Seri needs a little bit more damage, and that's going to come out from Lucify. Beautifully done. Lasso expended, and they get the big kill onto the Batrider.
Yeah, it was a good TP from Suri, recognizing that the bat was overextending.
Are able to relieve some pressure off the mid lane. So JG, where'd the power rune go? Delor was able to pick up the power rune, so unfortunately JG is not going to get that, but see what is, oh, apologies. We've got a kill onto the disruptor. Meanwhile, off the opposite side of the map as well, bottom
lane.
lane hated. He's going to go down in the tree line. Scotty trying to find the trade. Magic Wand's going to make him think twice, but he can still jump on forward to chase down the next assassin.
Bash.
Or Bash Lord. He's going that Midas below for Scotty, so wanted the treads early on, and he's got the Glove of Haste now already completed. Having an incredible lane. Top of the net worth is the Faceless Void with those 3 kills.
I'm concerned for his Ember. He's gonna have a hard time getting back into the game. He has a build that's like super kill heavy, so he has to be pretty active.
Bottom lane. Might see the first Chronosphere of the game. That's going to be the case. Both the supports TPing down to try and slow down Wommy's game. And they will be able to do just that. Beautifully done with the Chrono expended. An easy kill for them to find.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The high fives coming up. Kind of stopping the Beast Temple. He does need help down here, but he's not 6 yet, nor does he have his helm, so no one's really coming yet.
What do Atomic need to do to try and get JG online here? Because you mentioned that he's going to have a real big issue with the skill build that he's going for, being very fight heavy. Does he need to look to make some rotations, or can they play around him?
Actually, I think they should play away from him.
Seeing with
Either with the Mirana, Tusk can just come over, because he can't die anymore. He has Remnant right now. I feel like this Bad Rider is feeling more pressure than the Ember right now, because the silence for the Ember are doing well. So he can just like chill here. The Bat can't really kick him out anymore.
He's got his level 6. JG should be able to catch up. Orb Corrosion is going to be his next item of choice afterwards, and see how much farm he's going to be able to find. Of course, the impact he can get off from the side lane. Lucify is still sticking nearby. Always the threat of the chain to the arrow. We're going to see that be the case, but this time onto an illusion.
Wommy does have his helm now, and he is level 6 as well. Time dilation doesn't.
Oh,
He's committing.
yeah, Scotty. Very aggressive jump forward. Wommy not wanting to drop the roar just yet. This is really the spot where we're going to see this next fight break out. Chrono on cooldown. You got the timing out of the Beastmaster. You really want to try and get something out of this. Top lane, though, potentially Jikroy. Maybe he's gone a little bit too far. Chains into the arrow, exactly like we were mentioning.
Structures are fortified.
The combo that you can always have throughout the game, and especially with the higher points in the chains to help out. But this bottom tower is gone, man.
My god.
Oh my.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
cheating.
has fallen.
Ah yes, the good old Dark Troll Summoner. You can try and nerf it as much as you want.
Radiant's middle
They know
tower
where he
under
is.
attack.
Oh, Bat Rider's got Boots of Travel as well, so they might be able to get Scotty. They got the first slow. Potato
yes,
should be
he-
able to catch up as well. They're going to be lacking detection, though. That's the thing in question. He might tick out to the burn damage. Potato, can he find him? Scotty to run into it. Okay. Should be okay. They've got a sentry job. Oh, no, they see. They'll miss the stun. Scotty out to the left side, but Potato, another use of the sticky napalm secures the kill. But Atomic gonna look to hit back, though. Couple of remnants from JG. A haste to play with as well. They're going to try and target him with the Bat Rider. They should be able to kill him off easily. That's a big one for them to find. JG being able to kind of stabilize his own game now.
There he's back. Good rotation. CG Croy clearing some snacks, some stacks. Oops.
Easy farm for the Lesh, even with 2 deaths. Still top of the net worth here for Jikroy, so getting a lot out of the map at the moment.
Midas almost completed on the Void. Not too much happening. Just kind of trying to get XP. Disruptor 6. Global is up to.
Do we feel like Radiant... Are you considering about taking a fight, even though Scotty just got this minus? You do have Chrono already. Are you wanting to take skirmishes, or are you looking to be reactionary this game?
I think they definitely want to fight because the trials on the bat as well as the Lesh and Beast pressure is kind of high. They have a Nyx as well, so you kind of want to be close to each other. Yeah, we see the smoke towards bot lane. They want Omi.
Should be able to catch him.
Yeah, Omi.
Change of the arrow. Delor's going to try and disrupt this as best as he can. Beautiful double stun. Wami's even going to try and drop the roar as well, but that won't cover his retreat, and I don't think it's going to help out Delul as well. As Scott, what are the bashes, man? Hang on a second, Scotty. What was every it was a bash?
That's level 2 bash, by the way.
The top lane, Seri. Lucifer's going to look to move on over as well. Potato's already in a position to try and help out, but the global silence will stop the lasso. So Atomic, bottom to top they go. Beautifully done, looking to play with Seri.
Vanish.
Bit too far in the lash.
Oh, are they going to make an attempt on the Batrider as well? Lucifer not chucking out the arrow with the chains. Going to be up in 3 seconds. This is a really deep dive. Going to be cautious, but there's no rotations coming out. Spawn team, no one is going to try and help out Potato on the Batrider as Atomic. Some really good movements out for the past couple of minutes.
Yes, controlling the map. 2 heroes running around.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spawn not really ready to get back into the game yet.
Are we looking at kind of the Bloodstone for them for when they maybe look to try and make a play?
I think it's more of like how they approach catching and killing heroes, because they have this disruptor next. They can definitely kill anyone.
Is under attack.
The bad can always come over with travels as well.
Radiant's bottom tower.
See what the call is going to be. They do force out a glyph and they've got their ultimates to play with. Can they consider about taking this tier 1 tower mid, or are you happy with them just still kind of slow sieging bottom because of how they're set up at the moment?
I think they have to play the map constantly, because if Atomic come and defend the tower, they cannot really take a fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under
See,
attack.
Nyx
They
was
need
in,
to like cause chaos, I think, with their heroes.
Dire's top tower.
Lou is in a great position to be able to pop the smoke, and now even scouts out Seri's positioning as well. They're going to try and open up. The Static Storm's going to prevent Scotty with the Chronosphere. Still able to find it towards the tail end. He's able to bring down the Disruptor. Now they'll turn towards Potato as well, as Spawn Team just can't catch a break. 2 deaths inside Radiant's own jungle, and they're looking for more as well as JG. Gonna try and catch up to the retreating Leshrac. Jikroy eats the chains, but will not be able to tank the arrow. Potentially Seri though with the shard. Snowball fall up deep under the tower. They're going to be cautious about the Bloodstone active as Jikroy getting a little bit of bonus health back. They'll do a really good job to kite the Bloodstone active, and then they'll go back in afterwards. Beautifully done from Atomic.
Yeah, that was super clean, and it starts to feel like Spawn's hitting a wall. The Neon wall just can't seem to take over this bottom jungle.
And this is a lineup that you said needs to be pretty fast-paced here. I guess that timing for them is probably going to be probably the Helm of the Overlord we're looking at next for them. Maybe even BKB as well for Batatu. So if they can kind of stem the bleeding, like maybe not have too many more deaths, if you're able to stick in a decent position, get that Helm of the Overlord, get the BKB, then maybe you can look to try and recontrol the map. But that's a big issue because, again, this lineup is the one that needs to be ahead and needs to be occupying Neon's territory.
Yeah, definitely not in the best place right now. They need to like get lanes out, I think, with their heroes. That's like the best. Their heroes are fast, right? Like their heroes move around fast. Travels bad. Less super fast hero. Beast just pushes bot constantly. And they need to like take smart fights with the information given. I think it's super hard for them to fight right now. Like they kind of took 2 bad fights and they're kind of on the back foot right now. You only can wait for items and opportunities.
I think something you mentioned earlier on is that Atomic need to kind of play as a unit. Need to make sure that people aren't getting caught out by themselves, and I've been very, very impressed with that so far. I mean, we've just seen kind of the buddy system so far for Atomic.
Yeah, they've definitely been protecting each other. We saw like the TP from Suri from top to mid earlier, you know, just protecting his Ember. They're helping each other, making sure that Spawn's lineup doesn't like snowball, because that is what they want on Spawn.
Another quick pause here as we try and sort ourselves out for this game 1. Trying to see, mentioning about Spawn in regards to their items that they're working on, but For Atomic, Seri has got Treads, Falcon Blade, going to be into the Desolator for the offlane Tusk. For the Miranda as well, Lucifer is going into that Wraith Pact as well. So they are not going to have a Wraith Pact here on Dire.
That is true. They will have a Helm and Beast though. Oh,
Radiant's bottom
GG.
tower is under attack. Dire's
this
middle
Ember
tower
Mirana
is under
feels
attack.
so strong. They need to do something about it. They can't let them like run around and take over their jungle.
Is this where are you considering about going for defensive items from the supports to try and help out?
I think 1-4 stuff would be nice, but I think it's more like when they run in, you just have to like go to them with the Nyx, you know, set up kills. 'Cause they're always just 2 heroes.
Just see how aggressive they're playing. JG just up in the face, the front of the
He has
T1.
global
Dire's
backing him
middle
as well.
tower is under attack.
Getting a lot out of the map. Lane, here's the setup. They're even got a TP in Skadi as well. Delu's in prime position to be able to answer this. They're even going to look to move in with the Moonlight Shadow, but easy way for them to set up onto Batatu. A defensive lasso will not really be able to help out at all. Even a global silence going to be laid down as well. They're really making them work for this kill, and in fact, Batatu's going to be okay. They don't give the Batrider, so the global silence, I guess, helping with the kill into the Disruptor.
Very good for EG. The bat survives. No chrono. I mean, chrono was on cooldown during that fight. Sorry, he changes up his item builds, going for dagger.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Extra way to be able to set up with the Mirana. We see at the moment it's pretty much just Lucifer playing with the Ember. Now you have a second person to play with across the map.
Also give them a save for Roar or something in case Skadi gets in trouble.
Speaking about Seri, he's getting stalked at the moment from the Nyx Assassin. Jikroy is going to be able to funnel into the area as well. So first kill for Spawn in quite some time. Jikroy gets a bit of a streak as well, getting him close to the Boots of Travel.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See if they're going to be able to catch up to Wami. They do see the Beastmaster looking to move to the northern side underneath the Observer Ward. Arrow will potentially scout out this attempt, so Wami's going to be able to reposition to the east. Slow on this
Not
one.
too much going on. Kind of beneficial for Spawn, I think, what's happening right now. Since they were quite far behind, but they
Radiant's
stopped
top
bleeding.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, just getting closer towards the items, but Tatu's going to try and stack up at the triangle. Wami's needs the Lord to be able to get the stun. That's going to be the case. They'll actually cancel the TP. Recognize that they don't need that extra +1, but they will need some reactions coming to the mid though. Already 2 members are starting to move on over to try and protect the tower, but Sarah inside the river in combination with Lucifer. There we go. That's the blink reveal, and they're going to be able to find Travens, which might now set up for this tower for them. Just chill it out a little bit. You know, still Spawn. Like I mentioned, they're going to be happy with how this one's shaping up. The net worth lead, in fact, it's getting cut here. Wami's got this Helm of the Overlord. You do lose your tier 1 mid,
Has fallen.
but you're about to have a really big timing for Spawn to play with.
Yeah, BKB on Batrider soon as well. Lash still thinking of what to buy, if he should buy his travels or not. I would like to see the BKB just so they can like fight together with their timings.
See what they can get out of the Moonlight Shadow here. There's a big kill if they can find Jikroy. Not going to be easy at all. Actually going to turn to the opposite direction. Did they scout out the law on the river? They might know the positioning. Siri's going to jump in incredibly aggressive. Ecstatic Storm on the stairs, so no one else can look to enter the fight, but they're able to poke down the Nyx Assassin from afar, so we're 1 for 1. And they retreat up to the high ground though. Spawn will be able to back off to the triangle. And Neon, they're going to be okay as well.
Not the worst, trade a core. Pretty happy with that spawn. Ember has BKB now. I wonder if they'll force anything. Probably just chilling for the Void BKB as well. I feel like the way the map The map's kind of getting smaller for Neon right now. They're strong, but not really able to handle waves. Lash has 4k gold despite the full BKB.
Your place is here.
GG got a double damage rune now to play with along with the BKB.
Is under attack.
Looking to try and force it out, but he's still got a remnant across the map, so GG will be fine. We're just both sides are really starting to find these big items. So how do we feel like these team fights need to break out? Does it come down to whoever gets the jump or the vision game? As I'll hold that thought. Hated. Glimpse back into Jikroy's stun. Beautiful placement of the kinetic field as well. Is going to be able to block Lucify from escaping, but the snowball keeps him alive only momentarily as Delul sets up for the double stun. As Atomic have no answers as Spawn team will chase down 3.
Yeah, very good of them to recognize their big power spike. They go together. Void's not ready to fight, still no BKB.
Is under attack.
Using the vision from the Beast Hawk as well as the glimpse.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
JG, ooh. First stun just shy. JG is going to be chilling for the moment. But a big T1 tower now for them to find on Spawn team. They're able to take another team fight. Objectives will soon start to fall. They've always got this bottom lane shoved in. I guess not the greatest Roche lineup. Would really take them a bit of time to be able to kill it.
They do have Beast Aura and Edict. Still kinda quick, but yeah, they definitely wanna fight first. Moonlight, we see Atomic running into the jungle. Kravins, he has 4 stuff. It's probably fine.
Oh, alright.
He has ult.
See if he's going to be able to drop it. Not the case now, but the silence. Sari's going to jump in as well to try and cover the retreat for the Ember Spirit, but it potentially will cost him his own life. As Batatu's going to try and fly into the middle, but the global silence is well used. Alright, so Atomic try and use everything to try and keep their cause alive. They're actually going to look to try and reset. Sari's playing in the tree line. But Spawn, they're actually going to smoke up and jump into the middle as Wami with the blink, but the BKB reactions out of JG is perfect. Now Scardy's in with the corner, but the spike Carapace. Scardy is going to be cautious for the moment. BKB by the time more skill on cooldown, he doesn't get it off. Jikroy has the damage required to get the kill onto the Faceless Void. That's a big one for Spawn to find.
What stunned the Void? Was it the Carapace?
Yeah,
so long.
yeah, the Carapace inside the chrono.
Ooh,
That's a
arrow on
nice
Jikroy.
arrow. Bloodstone's going to be up in a couple of seconds, forced to reposition as well. They're going to try and poke him down from afar. Be cautious, Jikroy.
No dragon. We have a blink on Wami as well, setting up that fight. Didn't mention it earlier.
So, how do you feel like these team fights need to go from either side, considering both have very strong timings at the moment with these items freshly completed?
I think they're almost there. I think if Atomic's together, they can definitely fight with the Rift Pack and the Void BKB. There's just a series of unfortunate events, I would say.
We'll see if this is going to be another one here for Spawn team. Nothing to look and do. It just has to stand idly by and watch his carry end up being killed off as a beautiful movement from Atomic.
They still want to fight though. Double going in.
Yeah, Batatu's going to try and jump in as well. A kill of Hated. Another Chronosphere's on cooldown, so not too much they have to worry about in regards to Scardy's impact. They're going to be able to get the vision as well to glimpse back Lucify, so a second kill along with some bonus gold out of the Wraith Pact.
Another smoke. They still want to go dagger on the bat as well. It's a lot of blink daggers.
GG, he might be the one that's in trouble.
Radiant are scanning.
Running next to the Hawk, but not under vision, so JG will be able to get back to the tier 2 tower. Gotta be cautious though, as soon as he shows, Wami might just jump. See a whole lot though from Radiant. Bottom lane getting shoved out, top lane shoved out as well. Finally, at least someone's gonna show down bottom. See what they want to do here for Atomic though. Grouped up as 5, Chrono up in a couple of seconds. Well, both sides feel like if they're able to win a team fight, then Roshan definitely on the cards. Something we have to be kind of looking towards for the next couple of minutes with how these fights are able to break up.
With Blink Dagger on the next assassin now. There's so many jumps, it's so scary. Atomic smoke up. Nighttime as well.
All on positioning. All on who gets the start. They're going to be able to scout this out with the ward getting dropped, so they know exactly where Atomic are placed. And well, Lucifer is going to reveal himself as well. So, Atomic, you can't leave this area now, though. You've got a great placement in the ward, so you need to get the other lane shoved out to force spawn back. Jump into the middle, Delul. Finds the opener. They're even going to try and use the lasso as well to try and bring down Lucifer. They don't have the damage though. Lucifer gets out and out with her answers. Scardy's going to be inside the middle with the Chronosphere onto the left track, but the BKB protecting Jikro for the moment. They'll use the Global Silence as well to help them chase down the Lesh, but the damage, they don't have it. Jikro with the Bloodstone active, getting a little bit of bonus health back. Is it enough to keep him alive? It's not. Finally, they bring him down, but Scardy's in trouble. A jump to the right side, but he will not escape. As Wami, along with Patatu, instantly hot in pursuit. JG's a difficult kill though. Patatu still considering it. JG's got a BKB and the Remnant to play with as well, so you should be okay.
The Lash tanks so much. He got Chrono, but he managed to pop his BKB, so Bashes didn't really go through. Tanked for so long. We have a gem on the next assassin now too. Want to control the map even more.
Yeah, that could get really scary here for Atomic shortly with how much you got the Beastmaster for the vision. Now you got the Nyx as well. Meanwhile, Hated mid lane's probably just gonna end up going down.
Oh, JG, they're looking.
GG, gotta be cautious.
They got
BKB,
him.
but it
No
will not
roar,
matter. I sort of, yeah, actually potentially will matter. JG's gonna be chilling for the moment. The boys are starting to funnel into their neighborhood as well in case Spawn look to go for a dive.
Dire's top tower is
Meanwhile,
under
Lash
attack.
farming, top of the net worth.
What's the next item of choice here gonna be for the less track? You got something coming
Oh,
on
he
the
just bought a Sage, I
yeah.
believe.
Sanjakai now completed for Jikro. Close to level 20.
I would like to see some Shiva or something, but chose to go for Dagger. So I'm going with his team, I guess.
Do you reckon he holds a Paladin sword this game? He's
Yeah,
got a-
for sure. If there's one, for sure.
He's got a Aquila currently, so interesting item here for the Lesh to play with.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need the killer.
Come on, you see Paladin sword, you're like, oh, extra life, still love to see that, but Atomic, yeah, this game slowly getting out of the grass. It's not a crazy deficit at all. 5,000 net worth lead for Spawn. Do we feel like one side is on a bit more of a timer than the other?
I feel if like Atomic was getting more even net worth as Spawn, they'll be fine. But I think what's happening is that Spawn is getting much more map right now, so it's kind of hard. If you click on Atomic, all their items, they haven't got that much in quite a long time.
Look at
The
this.
Void's kind of the only one scaling the low.
Observer Ward Sentries completely scouts out the Moonlight Shadow. They were smoked as well.
Bot
And meanwhile,
lane.
bottom lane just want this is gonna be a tier. They don't have glyph. That's a tier 3 gone.
Radiant's
My-
bottom tower
And now look at the counter smoke from Spawn. They're going to try and catch up the rest of Atomic, recognizing that they can't be grouped up, that someone needs to address bottom. Well, they might be able to find Hated. There's the stun. Delord just clips up to the silencer before he's able to TP out.
Wami is still down here. They're having so much trouble.
Dire's top
Oh,
tower.
Oh, Scotty, all right.
I
Jump
say
in.
that, but
Yeah, still down here. But as soon as he is instantly stopped and back up the top we go as they're onto Ceres. So another person just bleeding kills across the map. Ceres will make him work for it. But at the end, it's going to be another death onto the Tusker. Mate, yeah, they got the vision for the glimpse back. All right, so there we go. Spawn. It does drag them out of the pit, but they could probably go back in as soon as the Beastmaster spawns, knowing that Corona is on cooldown.
See the gem being passed to Pora 2. Misses a D-ward, but doesn't really matter. No chrono. Rush should be kind of free to spawn right now.
It's like just trying to address the lanes and then they can go back for the objective. Then we got a DD. They don't have the greatest heroes to right click.
There you go. Double damage slash. Let's go.
Let's go. Jikro's already got another item completed as well. Blink Dagger just got delivered.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna be too late. Atomic starting
Atomic
to...
heading over.
Yeah, but it's only JG that's face checking and towards a triangle. Great reactions out of the Remnant before Batatu gets the lasso.
Kind of awkward. They do have lasso if they want to turn, but I think they just want to get out.
Jikro doesn't have the greatest mana pool. Bloodstorm is
Yeah,
already
Womi's
used.
in the bottom as well.
So just looking like a cut your losses.
Goodbye, Dalu.
So, let him go. Let him go. Live to see another day. Don't let him go. Live to take the team fight. Batatu, lasso. They'll keep it all alive. They get the stonage of the Static Storm. BKB is on cooldown and they're going to be able to secure the kill previously used from JG and now Batatu as well. They're going to find Mirana so they don't need to let the Lord
that's a
die. Oh no.
That's another gem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Game just slowly slipping away here for Atomic.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is falling.
They didn't have chrono that fight, so I think Scotty didn't want part of it.
Still down for 20 seconds, so both mid and top tier 2 towers going to be
Top tower is
under assault. No rebuttal. Easy objectives, more map control and more gold for Spawn to find across the map. Jikro is going to look to address bottom as well. And now that all the lanes are shoved out, it's going to be really difficult for Atomic to get across out on the map. I mean, you kind of need to smoke or Moonlight Shadow, and well, the Moonlight's on cooldown.
Your Croy is kind of close to a hex. About 1k and a half away.
Dude, I swear this guy's completing the item every minute. What is going
Yeah.
on? Holy.
Nice hero.
Nice hero. Very, very, very cool hero. How do I look at
Lincoln almost done on Scotty.
714 GPM? Not too bad. It's average.
Average slash GPM.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
No map control now for them. Other tier 2 tower is going to go down. Atomic just have to sit idly by and watch. Try and get the double jump. Global Sun's going to be used, but the damage, it's coming out too fast. Snowball into the creeps. Might be able to get the blink away as well. Beautifully done. They keep Seri alive, but that's a big ultimate expended to do just that. We'll see if they can take the team fight. There was Scotty. He's hit with the Corner Sphere, but instantly rebuttal. Wami will hold them down with the roar, so the ultimate's expended. They'll get nothing out of it. Now Scotty's in trouble inside the middle of the team fight, but Atomic, they're going to jump to the rescue, jump into the middle. They'll be able to bring down Batatu, but can they deal with Jikroy though? This last track is a different beast in his own right. They don't have the answers. Jikroy's going to continue to charge into the middle. He's lacking some mana though to be able to catch up. We'll see if they can deal with Seri again. Another snowball into the blink away, so Atomic will live to see another day.
Just losing their bad rider there. Kind of good for spawn. Was a good roar by Wami. Didn't catch the beast in the chrono. Good roar. Kind of negated everything. Hex is complete now on Jikroy.
This might catch them off guard.
Ooh, speaking of big items, Disruptor's kind of close to his eggs. Halfway there.
A tithe to the impurities.
I haven't even noticed, but JG went Deso and Sanj. I don't know if he was... I really...
Just bought it, I mean.
The Sanj or the Deso?
The Deso. He had BKB Sanch. He also has no points in Flame
Oh
Guard.
wow, I
level
just
20.
saw that. Is it?
The
Interesting.
anti-Nyx build.
Anti-Nick's
Eh,
build.
I guess the Sanji is just for the lasso and the roar, like stats resist, can't really buy Lincolns. I don't know.
Sure. Very
Now has Dagger Nullifier queued up. I like it.
Alright. It's a Chad build.
Scotty still has no Aghanim shard. Feels like really late in the game.
It seems like the priority is continuing to be pushed further
Radiant
down
are scanning.
since the cast range reduction.
That's true.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Top lane?
Potato?
Yeah, setting up. He does have Jikru moving shortly. But get the lasso, Jikru with a follow-up. They have the Hex as well if required, and that's going to be enough control to be able to secure the kill. Scotty jumped into the middle. Got the Chrono at the ready, but the Delta Split is going to try and TP out. They won't have a way to cancel that.
Oh no, hate it.
Yep, hated. He's going to be caught out. Stopped at the buzzer thanks to Delor jumping in. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Wami was up to his rat shenanigans. Almost found a full set of barracks.
Oh my god, this is so annoying. Almost has his
Seri.
Octane core.
A lot of damage onto Delor to start. They're able to sidestep the arrow. Now with the backline jump, Jikro is going to be too slow to catch up to the Mirana, but they should have the response to the task. A lot of ultimates drop, but why not? Try and put Seri in the grave. He's been a big issue for them so far, but these goddamn snowball blink away.
My god, I thought that was the new ancient crit, but it's a frost shield.
Is under attack.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Big frost shield.
Oh my god. Building's gonna fall pretty fast. Catapult, along with the level 25 talent here for Jik Roy. Got the Chrono still at the ready.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Someone needs to show. Scotty's gonna do that, but putting this man on the front line's not easy. He's always... That's really the person we're looking at through a lot of the fights here for Atomic now. These Chronos need to be huge.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
See what the call. All the lane shoved down. Nothing they can really do across the map. Constant pressure. Full set of barracks claim bottom. Open barracks mid as well. And they're going to be able to get the jump in. Scotty. BKB is going to be expended early on. Lasso before the global silence. They get the roar as well, but the Lotus Orb should be able to hold him back for the moment. It's not going to matter though, but the Static Storm, they knocked him out. Back and he goes. As Scotty goes down, but he's got a buyback. Let's see if he's going to be able to re-enter the team fight fast enough. He's going to be cautious though with the BKB on cooldown. The damage for the Leshrat might take him out of the Chronosphere. It's starting to stack up, so Scotty, he can't right-click inside the bubble. A Spawn should be okay for the moment. Jikro falling lower and lower. Look at the kiting game. Atomic finally be able to bring down Jikro. Now they can try and catch up to Potato as well. Fly over towards the high ground. Looks like the Bat Rider. Can he get out? Sherry's blinks on cooldown. They can
He's
fall.
fine.
He's fine. He's chilling.
He's fine. The void time walked up because of like, I think, very lucky day for Porter 2. Alright, they're placed for a Mirana to turn right and then the silencer has to force stuff him. It's the
Alright.
only way he dies.
Alright, Lucifer, turn right. Quick force. Arrow into
Let's go.
Stun Storm. Gotta be quick though. See what the call.
Oh.
Oh
no, oh,
no,
no.
like, oh, not a jump stun. Oh, look at the kill in the end. Seri is able to catch up, bring down Delort, but it does mean that Potato is going to be able to escape. So, in the end, Atomic, they'll live to see another day.
They will indeed. It's definitely still winnable for Neon too. His void, once he gets super big, it's gonna be very hard to bring down. 2 levels away from 25.
Are scanning.
Scotty's that next item as well, so It'd be a great way to be able to mitigate a lot of the effectiveness out of the Leshrac Bloodstone.
Ooh, the Ember is close to Nullifier as well. Just to kill the Nyx. We have Aghanims on Disruptor, by the way. So that's super huge. Just less so into. But the Tuskar can save PBKBs beforehand, so that's something as well.
Seri's even looking to go into a Scepter as well here for the toss, so playing for this kind of reposition game. See if he's going to be able to catch someone off guard. It will take quite some time. Tosca's not going to be able to find that farm relatively easy, but if it does get towards that stage, that Scepter could be huge for them to find a pick off. Roshan, that's where our eyes are going to be though. Up in 40 seconds, second Rosh of the game. Besides trying to get some vision down to set themselves up for it. Dia have very, very good vision control across the map. And even though Atomic have a gem, they're going to walk on by this ward on the cliff.
Oh, sorry.
Jump in, Terry. Is able to get up to the silence so they won't have a global silence. Static Storm laid down, not too much effectiveness. Atomic, can they disengage as a team? Sari's going to try and go to the other side, and well, it looks like the Tusk, unfortunately, will not be able to escape along with his fellow members.
Oh, so much damage from the Havoc Hammer. With the Strangling on top, my god. 4.3k HP.
He's difficult man to try and kill.
He's a strong boy.
He's a strong boy indeed. He's got Shard being worked on next here for Jikroy.
Do have Refresher complete on the Bat Rider? That's huge as well.
Did Lesh buy Shard? Oh,
No.
he didn't. So he's gonna get it probably off Roche. Be no contestation out of Atomic. Of course, down one member, you need all 5 to be able to take a fight like this. So second Roche gonna be given over to Free Aegis and the Aghanim Shard now in the hands of Spawn.
Fly, my pretty, fly.
See what the defense is gonna be. Still quite some ways away on the Scepter, so they're gonna have to rely on something else. You got the Aegis now to be able to counter the Chronosphere as well, so trading an ultimate for a second life. Very, very easy now for Spawn. They can just look to get all the lanes shoved in and try and force Atomic to take a team fight where they don't have all their members. Jikroy is going to actually look to jump instead. This is an aggressive initiation from the Leshrac. He's going to have to lure to be able to follow up as well, but the AoE damage series protected for the moment. They don't want to use the BKB just yet. Trying to force some reactions, and they won't really get too many.
God, he's just playing around, trying to fish for some spells. Ooh, looks like Spawn's gonna...
Oh, Scotty.
Barracks are under attack.
Looking for the lasso, Batatu. Got to find the opener. Back to the top lane. They're going to be cautious about this. There's the jump in. First lasso onto the Mirana. And Jikroy, meanwhile, he's onto Sari's wall. A beautiful 4-staff. They'll get him out of the Static Storm and an even better Chronosphere. Scotty clips 3. They're going to try and target him with the Red Striker for the moment. They should be able to deal with the first life. But can they set themselves up for round 2 as JG? He doesn't get dragged into the snowball. Seri wasn't fast enough to keep him alive. Scotty's trying to manfight Jikroy by the throne, but he doesn't have the net worth. He won't be able to come out on top as Jikroy will send them packing into game 2 as Spawn continue with their flawless run so far.
They looked really good. They're having like a rough early game and then they stabilized. They had like this duo pairs where they were like protected each other to farm. And Womi was just a menace in the bot lane for like the whole game. It was so annoying.
Really, I felt like they just weren't able to do anything against this goddamn Beastmaster. They had a good lane versus him, didn't they, though?
Yeah, they did. The Ember was having a okay time too. Like he could defend the lane, but the Nyx and the Bat gave so much pressure that this Beast just didn't feel like one hero at any point in the game.
Not at all. Just felt like it was with a lot of the vision that Spawn were able to find. I was a big fan of that, the gem pickup that we saw early from them as well. Just looking to try and occupy as much of the map as possible, just making it difficult for Atomic to get out, because we saw, I mean, when you go down the route of 2 boots of travel and a Nyx that's always scouting, it just seems so difficult for Atomic to be able to try and split push the map and find some avenue back into the game.
Yeah, the lanes were like always shoved in their face. It was so hard to make a move. They tried to stop the beast like 1 or 2 times. They did, but it just came back.
See what the
Just felt like the map was not as efficient. Sorry.
No. But we'll it's always difficult with the when you're playing like this, like you said, when the map's always shoved out. Like it's how it must be very, very frustrating to play into that, because you're trying to split up the farm and, like you said, just play as efficiently as possible. But when you don't have a lot of camps to play with, you're always going to start to fall behind. See what the call is going to be out of them for the second game, and importantly, what the adaptation is going to be, though, for Atomic, of course, because they are down 1 game, but keep in mind it is a best of 2, so they will be able to freshen up and try and come into game 2 with a brand new strategy, and we'll see what that strategy is going to be after the break.